Guys, today was surreal, something I don't take for granted, something I have a great appreciation for, a better perspective about, and a lot of gratification. To do what I love, man, it's a blessing.
Yeah, all that's cool that he said that, but I don't like his number 81. It looks ugly on him.
Key,
I do not like 81.
Do you think Tom gave him the hat, or do you think he just took the hat from the house?
No, Tom gave him. He probably already had the hat.
Yeah, I'm saying sometimes hats leaving around the house.
Right.
Right
outside the front door with the shoes and all that.
Yeah, I mean, since they're roommates, I don't know. They might share.
I'm sure Tom has a big enough house where he does not have to see Antonio Brown unless he wants to.
Indeed. They're
or he
roommates.
also lost track of the hats,
Roommates and teammates, if you will. Jay, let's get into this. The NBA nearing in a voices. Keyshawn, J. Will. Semi-charm kind of life. Keyshawn's jam back in the 90s. I could see him rolling
that was not
on the USC campus listening to
Oh,
that.
yeah, the headphones on, just bobbing, waving to people with the presidential wave. Hey, it's Keyshawn. Hey.
Not a chance. Not a chance. There was certain music that I would go into certain college bars, but not. I don't know if that would be. It would be more probably like Van Halen and stuff like that.
Gotcha. So you're not a closet Third Eye Blind fan?
No.
That's the music.
The bar, the 9-0 and the 3-2, those are the names of the bars and on campus and stuff. So you would hit up that and, afterwards figure it out.
We'll leave that up to viewer discretion.
Yes. We're not on late at night. We're on early in the morning, so I guess we can't go there. But fellas, let's go there and talk about Thursday Night Football. This is really interesting. So 28 days ago, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time went on the road, played on Thursday Night Football against a backup turned starter named Nick. Now, of course, that was Tom Brady and the Bucs going into Chicago playing Nick Foles.
Yes.
Tonight, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time is playing on the road on Thursday Night Football against a starter that was a backup named Nick. And that guy is Nick Mullins. I spent all night working on that. I spent all night working on that.
What did you do? What did you come up with that at?
It's one hell of a delivery. I did not know where you were going on that.
But one hell of a problem, Jay, and this is something that Key loves to rib you at, but we're on the same page, so COVID, man, it is a huge deal. You just heard Scott Van Pelt.
I'm not ribbing him on it, but he's the... Never mind.
Go ahead and say it.
He's our COVID expert, so to speak.
Dr. J. Williams.
Dr. J. Williams. He's our COVID expert. Whenever COVID comes up, hand it to Jay.
Does he have the white coat with the pen behind the... We haven't busted that one out in a while.
Yeah, I don't think he has the white coat with the pen. I'm not listening to Jay when it comes to certain things with COVID, but...
Depends if you want to listen to scientists or not.
He's speaking the truth, though.
He's our guy.
We got to talk about how it is affecting both teams. You heard Scott Van Pelt. You may have just heard him there in the introduction mentioning it ravaging the Packers at the running back position and the 49ers at the wide receiver position. Let me just run it down, then we'll get your thoughts on this because, as you might have heard Schefter say, there was a possibility of cancellation, which has been ruled out. So you have a situation where on Thursday afternoon, you have A.J. Dillon, the Packers running back, test positive for the coronavirus. And just a reminder that it's not just position groups that are affected. Everybody's on the field together. So because of that Dillon positive test, just on the Green Bay side, let's start here. They had Jamal Williams, fellow running back, ruled out because remember, you need to have 5 days of testing to make sure you're clear. It's Thursday night. They can't do anything. This guy just tested positive hours ago, so there's really nothing you can do.
Hours ago, correct?
Hours ago, right?
Okay, hours.
So you have Jamal Williams, who is in close contact, so he's out. Kamal Martin, who's a linebacker. So again, it's not just the guys in the position group. He's out. They were ruled as close contact. So now, Key, the Packers are forced to play at running back somebody named Dexter Williams and another guy named Tyler Urban. This is because Aaron Jones is questionable with a calf injury. So let's just start there, fellas, with the Packers before we get to the 49ers walking wounded. The Packers, affected by the coronavirus and affected by injuries, but still have far more talent than the Niners are going to put out tonight.
Zubin, also want to mention, before Key jumps in here, they shut down their practice facility as well, correct?
49ers shut down their facility.
They've been doing all their preparation for this game virtually.
And think about just from the 49ers, they've had to battle wildfires this year. The facility closed down. They've had a lot of issues. And of course, this is not even close to being the first NFL facility that is shut down, whether it was the Titans for days or the Colts for hours. I mean, it is just run the gamut.
It's pretty ironic, though, for the 49ers that this is the first case of COVID for them, considering that California and San Francisco in particular was one of the major hotspots when all this kicked off in early spring. And so it's interesting that now all of a sudden, bam, it gets hit. So they've done a good job in terms of there to now that they hadn't had any issues up until here over the last couple of days. As long as they got 12 is playing, right?
12 is playing.
As long as they got 12, I'm not worried about the Packers. As long as Aaron Rodgers is dealing and Devontae Adams is playing, and we'll see what happens with Lazard if he's not ruled out yet. This is going to happen. There's no question about it. It's going to just keep happening till the season is over. I mean, the NBA got out of it clean because they were in a bubble. No other sports that are not in a bubble is going to get out clean. In the NFL, clearly, every single week, there's going to be a team, there's going to be a player somewhere in the National Football League that comes into contact, whether it's them tested positive for COVID or contact tracing with someone that has COVID. That's just what it is. Take it away, COVID.
Yeah. No, baseball dealt with it. MLB, the NBA is going to deal with it again when their season kicks off December 22nd. They probably will not be playing in the bubble. And we've seen teams go through this already, Zubin. We've seen the Jets go through this. We've seen the Colts go through this, where a player or two have tested positive. They've done contact tracing. They kept them quarantined. They've been able to play the game. Where it gets interesting to me, though, is just the risk mitigation associated with all this, right? Like taking that risk, because the incubation period for different individuals can be a couple of days. So with all this occurring within the last 24, 48 hours, realistically, there's no way you can really do contact tracing because these are all different position groups. So that's the point that's interesting. It's you're trying to do that, but Key, when you're in the locker room, you're around your teammates. You're kicking it. You're around people. You feel like this is a trusted environment. You're around. It is where it is. And if they decide to play this game, if they don't postpone. Yeah, I struggled to get that out of early. I'm still having my coffee. There is a chance that other players can get it and it can continue to, I guess, implode, potentially.
Let's talk about the 49ers aspect in 1 second, but first, here's ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter on SportsCenter with Scott Van Pelt last night. Jay mentioned the postponement possibility. Key mentioned they haven't really got out of being a hotspot since the state of California back in March. They're just managing it the best that they can.
And you're talking about California. We're not even talking about Wisconsin.
Right. And that's the latest big hotspot.
Yes.
Built a field hospital, and it's ravaging the country again, second or third wave, depending on how you think. Once again, here is Schefter essentially saying 8:20 p.m. Eastern time tonight, you're going to be watching football on your television.
Right now, it's going to be played. And short of there being a number of positive tests tomorrow on Thursday, I don't see another way. I asked somebody this evening, what are the chances this game gets postponed, pushed back, canceled? And I was told 0%. Now, there's always a chance that something could happen, but I think that gives you a window into the thinking of some of the people surrounding this game and involving this game. They're determined to play it. They're planning to play it. And right now, by all indications, they are going to play it.
And if sample size means anything to you, the NFL has gone full speed ahead with one notable exception, Tennessee and Pittsburgh. Other games have been moved a few days. That was moved weeks. Quickly on the 49ers side, Kendrick Bourne's positive test essentially means Brandon Ayuk, fellow wide receiver, Deebo Samuel, fellow wide receiver. They are COVID close contacts. They are out. So is the offensive lineman Trent Williams. We already know.
Wait, did you say Brandon Ayuk is out?
Ayuk is out. Deebo Samuel is out. Trent Williams on the line is out. And even before COVID, injury-wise, Jimmy Garoppolo and George Kittle are out for the 49ers as well.
It's going to be a hard watch tonight, man.
No, that's not. Well, we got to break out. Talk about it later.
All right, real quick. The Giants play Washington this weekend. We're asking who made a bigger mistake in the 2019 draft. Man, the Giants with Daniel Jones or Washington with Dwayne Haskins. Be a part of the Keyshawn J. Will Zubin Nation on the Dr. Pepper Twitter feed. Pretty simple. Jones or Haskins. ESPN Nation presented by Dr. Pepper. It's official. College football's back. And so is your favorite Dr. Pepper-loving college football town, Fansville. Head to a store near you to treat your inner college football fan to an ice-cold 20-ounce Dr. Pepper today. Hit us up, 888-SAY-ESPN with your answer, or key J and Z. Simple, one word. Jones, one word. Haskins, you tell us. On the way, Jerry Jones says